How powerful is Franklin Richards? Really, Franklin Richards? The name alone might not strike fear the way Galactus or Doom does. But if you know anything about Marvel's universe, you know that Franklin Richards is not just another superhero's kid. He's widely considered to be one of the most powerful beings ever conceived in comic book history. A character who can rewrite existence with a thought. Imagine entire universes into being and turn living gods into toys. But how did this mild-mannered teenager become so absurdly, cosmically overpowered? And just how far do his abilities go? Let's rewind. Franklin is the son of Reed Richards and Susan Storm, the founding members of the Fantastic Four. Both parents are impressive on their own. Reed is the smartest man alive, who can bend light and generate force fields. But Franklin is something else entirely. When Franklin was still an infant, Reed discovered that his son's mutant powers were off the charts. Usually in the Marvel universe, mutants develop their abilities during puberty, not Franklin. He started warping reality before he could even walk. Scientists in the Marvel universe quickly realized Franklin was what's known as an Omega-level mutant. That sounds impressive, but even that label fails to capture the true scale of his power. So, what can Franklin Richards actually do? Well, reality warping is the big one. Franklin is able to reshape matter and energy at a fundamental level. He can create objects, people, even entire worlds out of thin air. In one instance, at the end of the Heroes Reborn arc, Franklin literally constructed a pocket universe inside a blue ball. Think about that for a moment. He imagined a whole new reality and placed the consciousness of Earth's mightiest heroes inside it. That's not the sort of thing a typical mutant can do. That's on par with gods. But it goes further. Franklin can see beyond space and time. He's shown glimpses of the future, altered the course of major events, and rewritten fate itself. When Galactus, the cosmic devourer feared by entire galaxies, meets a young Franklin, he immediately recognizes the potential within him. Later, Franklin actually resurrects Galactus and teams up with him, not as a sidekick, but as a peer. And about that future. There's a storyline where Franklin, as an adult, is literally the last remaining being in existence, overseeing a dying universe with Galactus as his herald. At this point, Franklin is not just shaping reality, he's remaking the very fabric of creation. If you're wondering why you haven't seen Franklin Richards casually dropping reality bombs every day, well, there's a catch. Early on, Franklin's vast powers were kept in check by his own subconscious. Reed Richards, terrified of what his child might do unintentionally, created devices and psychological tricks to suppress Franklin's abilities. Sometimes Franklin would erase these mind blocks without realizing it, only for them to reappear later. Like a child learning to ride a bike, but the training wheels keep snapping back on. Every now and then, something would happen like a threat to his family, and Franklin's true powers would emerge. When the villain Onslaught appeared, Franklin unconsciously sent the heroes of Earth to safety in a new universe. When the Celestials, literal space gods, came to destroy Earth, Franklin Richards simply wished them away. He's even created life children's drawings coming to life, imaginary friends that become real enough to shape events. But with all this power, there's always a question. Is Franklin Richards a hero, or is he something else? In the future Foundation comics, we see Franklin older, wiser, and more in control of his gifts. He starts to deliberately expand the Marvel multiverse, creating worlds, nurturing new life, and repairing the fabric of existence after countless cosmic crises. In some alternate universes, Franklin becomes a villain. His unchecked imagination warps reality so much that even the X-Men and the Fantastic Four can stop him. But in the main Marvel universe, Franklin strives to do good, even when tempted by the sheer scale of what he could do. There are only a handful of beings in Marvel lore who can match Franklin Netties, like the Living Tribunal, Eternity, or Beyonder. Sometimes Franklin's power exceeds even theirs, albeit briefly or under specific conditions. In an infamous battle on Battleworld, an older Franklin fights against a celestial armada using Galactus as a weapon, and wins. So, how powerful is Franklin Richards really? The honest answer is, as powerful as the story needs him to be. At his zenith, Franklin can create and destroy universes with a thought. He can reshape existence itself. But more important than raw strength, Franklin Richards represents potential, the limitless creativity and imagination of a child magnified to a cosmic scale. In the Marvel Universe, that's not just powerful, that's absolutely terrifying. Franklin Richards is quite simply the most powerful mutant there is, and possibly, it's the most powerful being Marvel has ever dreamed up.